Hi, good morning, Mario Dwyer. Thanks for watching. This is the class where we're going to go over the intro to fascia, the fascial coffee, swinger, pullover, pretzel, followed by the organ reset. Okay. So it's been a minute, Amy, so I'm just going to review real quick what the fascia is. So fascia is the body's connective tissue. It is a network of tubules that is right underneath the skin and actually then goes deep into the body, and it connects to the organs, to the muscles, to the ligaments, tendons, everything. The little tubules, actually, there's fluid that flows in them, and this fluid, we're learning more and more about the fascia, but this fluid is a conductor of electricity, and so the more open and the more healthy and optimal that those tubules are, the more flow that we have. And when we're fully hydrated, those tubules, that liquid is at the perfect hydration for our bodies. When we're not hydrated, often it's our fascia is dehydrated, not just our cells. So it's really important to hydrate our fascia. We're learning now too that there's a lot of consciousness to our fascia. It's very responsive to the environment. It also is a way that the body will communicate messages, and we're starting to understand that electrical impulses can move through the fascia quicker than through the nerves pathways, is what they're learning. It conducts an awful lot of electricity, so it really is an important thing. We're also starting to understand that the more open our fascia is, when we're doing these fascia maneuvers, we're reducing physical stress, mental, emotional stress as well. And so that creates a lot more opening in the fascia. So then it's a much clearer bridge between our subconscious and our higher consciousness. And so it really is a bridge between, it is an important and fundamental part of our consciousness, as it is a bridge between the subconscious and the higher consciousness. And so we can actually do all of this to clear it out on a daily basis very easily. So to start the day, we have a really super cute 2 to 3 minute flow. We'll do it a little slower today because we're going to teach it, but it's called the fascial coffee. And have you ever done any exercises where maybe you've worked with meridians, where they rub meridians and you do the triple warmer, things like that? So it's going to be similar insofar as we're just going to be doing a light touch. So think of like a feather light touch, and we'll be doing each stroke along these fascial gateways about 3 times. Each part of the body that we're working with, the specific gateways are going to be connected to a different organ, so I'll talk you through it as we go. So this first one, I'll just do a demo first. We'll be starting here kind of like right at that soft spot right before the arm, and this is all about opening up the lungs and opening up the breath and letting go of grief. So we'll just kind of go down the inside of the arm, and then we'll just run our fingers back up on the outside of the arm, and this is opening up the large intestine gateway. And this is also all about letting go of grief. So let's start here, inside of the arm. So we'll do right arm is moving, and we're going down the left arm. So let's go down the inside, down to the tips of your fingers, flip your arm over, and then just come back up. Nice gentle stroke. We're going to go down the inside, get to the fingertips, flip the hand over, come up the next side, go down one more time, and come back up. And then you're going to put your arm up, and we're going to rub from our baby finger down to our rib cage. And we're going to do that 3 times. And so this one opens up the heart. So this is all about opening up the emotional gateway. So this is a beautiful thing to do before a difficult conversation. So now we're going to do the other side. So take your left hand, place it right on the inside of the right shoulder. You're going to rub down the inside of the right arm, up the outside, nice and gentle. Just go down and up. One more time, down and up. And then lift your arm overhead. And you're going to start at that baby finger, and you're just going to gently rub down to the rib cage. 3 little strokes. And just notice how it feels. Doesn't that feel nice and pleasant? Yeah. And so we always want to, the direction I'm giving you to flow is the direction you want to go, because this is the direction that the fascia flows. So we're just supporting that flow. So this next one we're going to do is we're going to start kind of at your hips, and you're just going to go down your legs kind of a little bit on, like I kind of go, so my fingers are going towards the midline, and my hands are on the palms of my heel, and my palms are on the outside. Go all the way down to the feet. And then you're going to come up the inside of the legs, coming up through the inner thighs, up through the groin. So go down. So this is all about letting go of the stomach And then as we come up, we're working with the liver meridian, which is releasing resentment. So let's go down this. When we're working with the stomach, it's all about opening up to our desires and moving forward, and then letting go of resentment. So now we're going to do 3 swipes. We're going to start at our baby toe and go up out at the side of the legs. And then when you get up to the back, you're going to kind of come up over your butt and out over the back. So let's start on the outside. I'm not completely spacing on what this meridian is, so we'll just do it. It feels good. I'll try and let my brain remember. But it just feels good. We're just going to take that baby toe all the way up. Good. So now we're going to go start with 3 similar swipes. We're going to start at the back of the heel and the Achilles, and you're going to pull up, go straight up the back of the leg, up over the back and out. So this is the bladder meridian. So this is letting go of old fears, worries, things that might be holding us back. Good. So now we're going to go to the digestive system. So our digestion typically works, the flow is clockwise. So when we do this flow, we're going to go backwards. So we'll be doing counterclockwise. So we're going to do 3 nice circles. So I'm just going to start, I like to start at the 12 o'clock position, but that's just me. Go around, take some nice breaths. Kind of like you're rubbing your tummy nice and gently. This is, anytime we're working with the stomach, again, we're working with desires, we're working with moving forward, letting things be easy. So that's a nice, easy thing to do. That's why it's really good to do. The kids do it naturally, like rub our tummies, right? It's such a natural, organic thing to do. I'm going to take off my glasses for the rest. So this next one's going to be over the head. So you're just going to place your hands kind of by your eyebrows and just go backwards over your head. This is releasing fears. Just literally letting it go. Then we're going to go 3 swipes where you're just kind of going, again, I just have my hands, my 4 fingers, and I start with my index fingers right at my brow, and you're just going to wipe across over to the ears. This is the gallbladder meridian. The gallbladder, we hold on to a lot of resentments here, so we're just going to let that go. And we're going to do the jawline, so just gently 3 times on the jawline. This is working with the large intestine, letting go of anger, letting go of grief. And then we're going to do the neck. So you're going to go up 3 times on the left. I'm working on the left first, up 3 times on the right. And this is working with the kidneys. And there's another organ that's escaping my brain. This is about cleansing and letting go as well. And then 3 on the shoulder. This is working with letting go of some more worry and things like that. So this is the spleen meridian. So super simple. And when you get that flow, when you learn it, it only takes like about 2 minutes to do. And it's really nice. You can do it while you're waiting for, if you drink coffee, do that while you're waiting for your coffee to brew. Wake up the body. So just notice, we didn't do it before and after, but just kind of notice even how your skin feels. Like my skin feels like it's been brushed, or it reminds me a little bit of dry rubbing.
Yeah.
So you could maybe, I don't know if you could do that with your dry rub. I don't know if it would feel the same without having your fingers. I think that finger contact, because our organs, the tips of our fingers are connected to our organs too. So I think we're just connecting on so many ways when you do but you could maybe do the same path with your dry brush if you wanted. I love getting myself a twofer. So this next one is swinger. So swinger is great for opening up the hips. It's great for opening up the ribs. It's great for, it's really good for hip pain. This is maybe like one of the, if you've got a lot of hip pain, this is going to be the thing that probably should do like 2 or 3 times a day. And it's also great if you do a lot of golfing, if you do a lot of tennis, anything kind of with a swing. It's also great for people to open them up before breath, because it really opens up the rib cage. So it's really good. So what we're going to do is you're going to engage that spinal pelvic lock. You guys have done that before. So pull in your belly button, squeeze the sex organs up. Then you're going to soften the knees and stick your butt back enough so that your hands, as you let them dangle, just start to naturally touch your knees. So you're kind of going to stick your butt back until your hands meet your knees. And then we're going to take, I'm going to mirror you guys. So let's take your right hand onto your left shoulder. And you're going to take your left hand, grasp the back of the skin on the back of the right tricep. You're going to lock that skin and kind of pull it down towards the elbow. And then you're going to swing that left elbow back like you're swinging a bat. You're going to take a nice big breath here. And then sink into your squat. Look over to the right. And let's take 6 mouth breaths here. Keep pulling that arm. 1 more. And slowly unwind. And I guess I could have counted those breaths. And let's walk in a circle to integrate. So as you're walking, notice that right side rib cage. Does it feel a little different? Do your ribs, one side to the other? Or your lungs? Let's pause and reverse. Then I feel a little more open on that side that we worked. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's a great thing to do before a run as well. Just open it up. So let's do the other side. So this time you're going to, you guys did right arm last time. Okay. So you're going to take your left hand. So let's get into position. Thank you, Amy. So gauge the spinal pelvic lock. Bend your knees, butt back, chest up, hands dangle. You're going to place your left hand on your right shoulder. You're going to grab your left tricep with your right hand, lock the skin, pull it down towards the elbow. You're going to rotate that shoulder back as you look over to the left, rotating that other shoulder, elbow up to the right. And we're going to squat a little deeper and take 6 mouth breaths. Let's begin. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and unwind. And I can feel that one in the back of my shoulder quite a bit. Ooh, I've got a big release on that one. So you might feel a little lightheaded. And Amy, I know it's been a minute, so the reminder of why we walk is that helps hit the body to hit the save button. So we get to retain these openings that we're creating. Okay. So let's pause and reverse. And I'm just doing a circle here because it's nice and easy, but you can walk up and down, anything that you can walk in circle 8s, figure 8s, rather. Okay. So, and then cheater alert, I often do that one on the toilet. Like first thing in the morning. Yeah, I'm already in my squat. So I mean that's a Mary move, not a human garage. I haven't talked to them about that, but I do that. That's the only way I can get swinger in, it gets in. So they have all these funny names for things. Okay, so this one I'm gonna do a quick demo and then I'll walk you through it because I just kind of want to share with you where the tension is before you get into it. So this one's called pullover. This is really good for the kidneys. It's really good for constipation. It's really good to open up the rib cage. It's another really great movement. But this is the top thing. Like if people have constipation or any issues with bowel or any digestive issues, this would be one of the top 2 I would give them. So what we'll be doing to start is we'll take the left hand and we'll be grabbing the right shoulder, the back of the right shoulder. So what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the meat kind of on that shoulder blade and I'll be pulling that up. And then with my right hand, I'm going to grasp my rib cage. And so I'm pulling the skin so that there's tension between this corner and this corner. That's what and one of the hardest, not the hardest things, but one of the things that's easiest to lose in this when we squat down is to lose that tension on your hands. Okay. So you'll hear me say, keep that tension on the skin between the hands. So that's what I'll be talking about. So then when we have this, what we'll do is we'll lift the right shoulder up. And I'll look over to the right, we'll squat, we'll lift it up a little bit more, we'll take a nice big breath in, and then we're going to pull that right shoulder towards our left knee. So you're squatting and pulling it towards us, and then we'll do 6 breaths. It's 2, keep that tension on the skin, 2 more. Slowly unwind. Woo. And I get a huge release of heat because this is working on the large intestine as well, small intestine.
I like that one.
Yeah. And so we store a lot of heat in our bowels, like, and in our digestive system. Think about, all the fermenting, like literally physiologically that's going on.
And heat's inflammation.
Heat, inflammation, all of that in our gut. So let's pause. So you will often feel yourself breaking out in bursts of sweat doing that one. Now, I haven't practiced that one while sitting on the toilet, but I imagine that would be really good, right? So let's do the other side. So again, engage the spinal pelvic lock. You're always going to engage the spinal pelvic lock. So now we're going to do the other side. So left hand on the back of the right shoulder. Pull that skin up. And you should be able to feel the tension. I'm giving it a good yank. Grab the rib cage, pull it forward. Am I doing the right side? No, so I need to mirror. Okay. Just ignore me for a sec. Okay. So the shoulder that you're grasping, you're going to lift that one up. So I think everyone's working on their left shoulder, right? Yeah. So we're going to lift that up. Look over the left shoulder. We're going to squat. Lift the shoulder up a little bit more. Take a nice breath in. Hold it, and then bring that left shoulder down to the right knee. Exhale. And now 6 more breaths here. Pulling the tension on the skin. And that was 6. And slowly unwind. And let's walk that way. Whew. So I didn't get quite as much heat that time. That first side, I really was
a blast.
That was really big. And this is one that I've been doing more regularly, and I've been doing swinger more regularly. And so I can, I generally speaking don't have any issues with constipation, TMI, but there you go. Don't usually have that issue. But I am noticing that even though I will release heat, I've released a lot of heat on that first side, but not as much as I used to. So it definitely is doing something. So
doing its job.
Doing its job. Mm-hmm. So this pretzel one is one of my favorite ones. This is one that works with the 3 zones of the body. So by the 3 zones, we've got the head, the torso, and the lower body, the legs. And this is one of the few movements that's not an entire sequence like Totally Twisted or Anti-Gravity. This is just a single movement that works and releases tension in the fascia in all 3 of the zones. So when we have a movement like that, if you have time to only do one simple thing a day, this would be a great one. Because you don't want to do a single movement that would only work on the lower, because then if you move tension out of there, it's going to go somewhere else. So you want to use a movement that's going to release it from all of the zones. So you guys are going to start on your right. So we're going to stand with feet parallel, hip distance apart. You're going to turn your right foot so that it's teed to the arch of your left foot. We're going to step out about 3 feet or so. Kind of like you're about to do Warrior 2, but not as far. And now we're going to rotate our hips so that you're facing over that right leg. You're going to reach your left arm forward as far as you can. Yeah. You're going to place your right hand on your right booty and kind of push your right booty into your hand and your hand into your booty. So can you feel that tension in your hip when you do that? Really push that right booty into your right hand. So now, keeping that tension, you're going to place your left hand on your right shoulder, and then you're going to take the right hand and you're going to face it palm out on your back. So go as high onto your back as you can. So if it's only on the low spine, that's okay, but the higher up you can go, the better. So now what you're going to do is you're going to rotate your head so that you're looking over your left shoulder. You're going to bend your knees and go into a squat, keeping that spinal pelvic lock. And sort of imagine your nose is leaning forward a little bit as you squat. So you're looking at the ground, looking over that left shoulder, and we're going to do 6 breaths here through the mouth. It's 1, 2, 3, 2 more. Last one. Stay in your squat. Now you're going to switch your hands. So your right hand goes on your left shoulder, your left hand goes up your back. You're going to rotate your head so that you're looking over the right shoulder now. And we're going to do 6 more breaths. That's 2. 3 more. 2. Last one. And slowly stand up. Woo. And walk. This is great for the hamstrings. It's great for the hips, great for the ankles, great for the entire body. So if you're an athlete, this is something that you probably need to be doing every single day. And this is definitely something that if you were out and about at a park after your run, you could easily do.
Yeah.
It's not going to look
Too strange.
too strange. And you know what? Anymore, I've been embracing them looking strange because then people come talk to me.
Right?
What are you doing?
That looks interesting.
That looks interesting. Okay. So now that we've done that, we're going to do the other side. So, hip distance. Engage that spinal pelvic lock. Tee that left foot. Step the left foot out about 3 feet. Both, I forgot to say the first time, but I think you guys had kept fairly straight legs, so lock the knees out. You're going to rotate your hips so that you're looking over that left leg. You're going to reach forward with your right arm. And then I'm mirroring, and I just keep forgetting that I'm mirroring. I didn't need to. Sorry, I'm talking to myself now. Going to grab your left booty with your left hand and just push into the cheek with your left hand. Push the cheek in. Keeping that, you're going to place the left hand now, your right hand on your left shoulder. Left hand goes up your back. You're going to squat, and you're going to look as if your nose is between your feet. You're going to rotate your head so that you're looking over your left shoulder or over your right shoulder, whatever shoulder you're doing. Yeah, Amy, you're correct. And 6 breaths. Three more. Keeping your squat. Switch the hands so that now your right hand's up the back. The left hand is on your other shoulder. You're going to rotate your head so you're looking over your right shoulder, and let's do 6 breaths here. Three more. And slowly come up. And I might have gotten those looks over the shoulders a little confused.
Still did both sides.
Yeah. You knew what to. And one of the nice things about that one I like is that if you start and you're like looking one way, it's like you're reversing it, so
Yeah.
you're getting it on both. You're getting it all. Oh, I feel a big opening in my left hip. Let's rotate. My right hamstring is typically really tight. And Amy and I did the Murph last week.
Oh, that's nice.
And so I definitely was feeling a little something off at the top of my femur. And I've been working on it all week. I've been doing this pretzel squat, but today this is the best it's felt. So that's really good. So these things really do work to open those funky things up. So how are you guys feeling?
Good.
Yeah, body's feeling nice and open.
Yeah.
Again, we didn't do it before and after, but do you typically have any body discomfort that you want to tune into right now and just notice how you feel?
I usually have right hip pain when I don't feel any of it right now.
Okay, feeling nothing right now. Good.
Yeah.
Amy, how about you? How's
I've
your
been
body?
struggling with my left heel. It's still tender,
It's still tender.
but I do feel like my whole calves and hammies from the Murph have opened up.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. Okay, so now we're gonna do the organ reset. The organ reset is like my favorite thing. I typically do, we're working the 5 organs of the abdomen, and my normal sequence in the morning is literally, I do that before I get out of bed. It's the end of my meditation. I do the affirmations with it. Then I get up when I'm, you know, a lot about my morning bowel movement routine. When I'm sitting on the toilet, I do my kidneys, because then you're just incorporating these, because you know, this only takes 5 or 10 minutes. But if we did everything that we're supposed to, you know, all the things that are good for us, you know, breathe or 10 or 15 minutes, and then meditate 20 minutes to an hour, and then do your yoga. I mean, we would have no time to do anything. So I'm a big believer in trying to incorporate these. So then I'll do the kidney ones, which I'll show you. I do them sitting on the toilet, and I do the throat. Yeah, I do the other 5 mostly when I'm sitting on the toilet. So it's, there you go. There's my cheat sheet. So what you're going to do for these, let's rub our hands together. Let's get some energy going first. I also like to do these going to bed at night. Sometimes I'll do the whole routine in bed. But if not, I'll at least try and do the 5 organ ones. So you're going to place your left hand behind your neck. Then you're going to find your belly button. You're going to walk your hand out about 2 inches and about 2 inches down. Another way of finding this spot, this is the ileocecal valve that we're looking for. So this is the valve between the small intestine and the large intestine. It's going to be a little tender for most of us, so I'm finding that little tender spot. So you can find it the way I've described it, 2 inches up, 2 inches down, or you can kind of imagine there's a diagonal line going from your belly button to the middle of your right hip and go about halfway down there. But I have the spot right now. So you're going to push in and you're going to turn. And as long as you're in the general vicinity, it's okay. So just push in. It doesn't have to be a ton of force. Twist a little bit. We're going to do 3 mouth breaths, 3 nose mouth breaths. So let's start. Nose mouth. One more. And keep the pressure there. I let go of all my grief and sorrow. I no longer need to hold on to this.
I no longer need to hold on to this.
So I give my body permission to let it go.
So I give my body permission.
In fact, I command my body to let it go.
In fact, I command my body to let it go.
And I bring in peace and joy,
And I bring in peace and joy,
love and acceptance.
love and acceptance.
See why I love doing these in the morning? Before I'm even out of bed. Draw a line up from that all the way up to your rib cage. And you're going to push in. This is the liver gallbladder area. So you're going to push in, twist a little bit, and we're going to do the same breaths. All the points we're going to be doing the same breaths. So 3 through the mouth. Big as you can. Nose, mouth. Hello, anger and resentment.
Hello, anger and resentment.
I am ready to let you go.
I am ready to let you go.
I no longer need you to keep me safe.
I no longer need you to keep me safe.
Because I am open now to receiving
Because I am open now to receiving
joy,
joy,
love,
love,
acceptance,
acceptance,
peace,
peace,
compassion,
compassion,
generosity,
generosity,
and forgiveness
and forgiveness.
for me and for others.
For me and for others.
Now draw a line across to your, just to where you meet the other rib cage, and this is where your belly is. And if you need to shake out your hands, if you're, I do this all the time. So yeah, shake out. Let's just shake out. I sometimes forget that because in the beginning of my hands, I'd be like, oh my gosh, would they stop? Give me a break. So I get it. But it's amazing how adept and how strong your fingers will get. Another reason to do it laying down, you get a lot more pressure with very little effort because you're laying down, it's just easier. So now this is actually what you're looking for to grab here is your stomach. So you're just kind of reaching when you get to the rib cage stop, push in a little bit with your 4 fingers, and then you'll just kind of feel your stomach sack, and you're just pulling it towards the midline. And again, as long as you're in the general area, you're good. Same breaths. Let's start with the mouth. Nose, mouth. I believe in myself.
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 Yay. Okay, from here, I like to draw a line down. And again, you're going to be about midway between the belly button and the left hip on this side. And this is the large intestine. So again, it might be a little tender, but as long as you get that general area, pull up a little bit, pull up, twist a little bit, same breath. No, start with the mouth. Nose, mouth. let go of all my overthinking.
I let go of all my overthinking.
I command my body to let go of all my overthinking.
I command my body to let go of all my overthinking.
Because I trust myself.
Because I trust myself.
I trust myself now.
I
Totally trust myself now.
And my brain no longer needs to overthink.
And my brain no longer needs to overthink.
And then shake out the hands. We've got one more on the abdomen. This is the bladder one, so want to make sure our arms are like ready to get into all that fear. No wimping out. Okay, left hand back of the neck. So it can help sometimes to stick your booty back a little bit. Find that bladder like right above the pubic bone. Push in and up, kind of like you're trying to get under the bladder, and then pull it up. Pull, once you have it, pull the hips forward. So you're doing an Elvis. And let's do 3 breaths through the mouth. And because you guys have done this before, if you want to slightly move left to right, you can with the hips. Nose, mouth. Hello, fear.
Hello, fear.
Hello, fear.
I release you.
I release you.
I no longer need you to keep me safe.
I no longer need you to keep me safe.
Because I am safe and trust myself.
Because I am safe and I trust myself.
And I am confident.
And I am confident.
I'm confident and trust myself.
I am confident and trust myself.
And let it go. So you can't help but be have a dorky smile, right? Okay. So now we're going to do, so we can all retire to the bathroom now. So left hand on the back of the neck, we'll do the right side first. So this one, you kind of want to get right at the bra line, approximately, or if you're a guy, the nipple line. You're going to be squeezing your thumb and fingers as if you're trying to squeeze that rib cage, and then pull the skin down. We're going to lean over to the left. So you'll be going opposite to me. You're going to look up over that right shoulder. I'll stand this way so that we're all kind of going the same way. And now this one, we are going to add 3 quick activating breaths, which is going to be 3 sharp inhales in a row. And we do this here because the adrenal glands sit right on top of the kidneys. So this really can energize us. So let's do this. 3 sharp breaths. And let it go. Now we're going to do those mouth breaths and nose mouth breaths. So starting. Really expanding those rib cage. Nose mouth. And slowly stand up. The ribs are all about power, so we can just affirm here, I am powerful.
I am powerful.
Rub your, I like to just rub my hands, so we're going to switch them. And now we're going to put our right hand on the back of our neck. So that kind of, it's also kind of hitting the trap a little bit. Grabbing the left rib, squeezing the fingers in, pulling the skin down, leaning over to the right, looking up over the left shoulder. 3 sharp breaths. And now 3 big mouth breaths. Nose, mouth. And slowly stand up. Thank you, kidneys, for powering me through life.
Thank you, kidneys, for powering me through life.
And so keeping your right hand where it is, you're going to drop the left hand so that the thumb comes to kind of just where the bottom of the rib cage. And you're going to be placing the thumb right next to the spine, not on the spine, but on that muscle that runs alongside the spine. And you're going to push in a little bit, and then you're going to lean forward a little bit as if you were trying to lean over your right knee. And this is your spleen. So kind of move your thumb around, and you should find a little spot that's a little tender. Their spleen often is, and we're going to do the same breath. So let's begin. Nose, mouth. Slowly stand up. And this is all about trusting yourself. So I trust yourself.
I trust myself.
I let go of all my worries, my doubts.
I let go of all my worries and doubts.
Because I trust myself.
Because I trust myself.
Okay, let it go, shake it out. That one always feels to me like a... And my spleen has gotten so much less tender since I started doing these. I'm not going to say I do it every single day, but I do it. It's rare I miss a day doing the organ reset, probably since last September. And my spleen is so much less tender. And I'm in such a place of trust, you know, with all the changes that are going on in my life. It's just been, I mean, I'm not superhuman yet, so I still do have little worries. Not there yet. I'll let you know when I'm superhuman. But it's so much easier to catch them and dismiss them, and they don't take over. So it's been really great. Okay, left hand back of the neck again. You're going to grab your right hand. This working on the thyroid. So this isn't an organ, but it is the master gland. So it's a big, you know, it governs the endocrine system. So we always want to work with this one. So you're going to grasp through your windpipes, kind of squeeze in on both sides, and then pull the skin up. And we'll do those same breaths. So starting with the mouth breath. Nose, mouth. Safe for me to speak my truth.
Safe to me to speak my truth.
My voice matters.
My voice matters.
I matter.
I matter.
What I have to say matters.
What I have to say matters.
Nice big breath. I let it go. And now for this next one, this is the heart and head coherence. So this is nice to close your eyes. So let's start by placing your right hand on your heart. That might have been a book. We got a little visitor.
My dog doing something.
Okay. Do you want to check on it, or are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll wait for you.
Oh.
Because if you don't want to miss. No, I'm not saying that to rush you. I just don't want you to miss. This is the sweetest part. So,
Yeah.
But I also know that you need to attend to that. And I can just